from the Lakeside Newsroom of the Henrico Citizen, your hometown news source since 2001. This is the Henrico News Minute with publisher Tom Lapis.
The Henrico Education Association blasts Henrico County Public Schools mask policy, and 2 Henrico projects could earn federal funding from Congress. We'll have details in today's Henrico News Minute. It's Friday, July 30th, 2021. It's brought to you today by Henrico County CSB Prevention Services and in part by Chess Counselor LLC, helping students one move at a time, bringing chess and wellness programs to the community. Visit them at chesscounselor.com.
And now for the news.
Earlier this week, Henrico County Public Schools officials announced that masks will be optional for everyone in schools in the coming school year. Yesterday, the Henrico Education Association blasted that decision. In a statement, HEA President Patrick Miller wrote, quote, "We do not recommend, we demand a mask requirement for pre-K through 12th grade students and staff regardless of age or vaccination status if we are to continue mitigating the spread of a deadly virus in our community, district, and state," end quote. The Henrico Schools policy clashes with state and federal guidance, both from the Virginia Department of Education and Department of Health, that released guidance earlier this month, strongly recommending school districts enforce mask mandates for students and staff, regardless of vaccination status, until children under 12 can be vaccinated. On Tuesday, the Centers for Disease Control recommended that everyone in substantial and high transmission localities, which currently includes Henrico, even those who are fully vaccinated, wear masks indoors. Yesterday, Governor Ralph Northam encouraged Virginians to wear masks in certain indoor settings, but stopped short of mandating them. In a post on her Facebook page yesterday, Tuckahoe District School Board member Marcy Shea indicated that school system officials will continue to monitor the COVID situation and weigh the latest guidance. She said the school system's health committee will meet Monday and discuss that guidance and make recommendations about how to reflect best practices of safety. 2 Henrico County projects stand to earn funding from the federal government if the U.S. Senate and President Joe Biden ultimately endorse the appropriations package that was passed yesterday by the House of Representatives. The Achievable Dream Academy program at Highland Springs Elementary would earn $1.5 million, and the county's planned Detox and Recovery Center would earn $1 million. Those proposed allocations were submitted by Henrico Representatives Donald McEachin of the 4th Virginia District and Abigail Spanberger of the 7th, respectively. It's part of a new effort this year in which the House allowed each congressional office to make as many as 10 specific community project funding requests for projects sponsored by local or state governments or nonprofits that met the qualifications for federal grant funds. There was no guarantee that any of the projects would be selected, but both McEachin and Spanberger had all 10 of their requests approved. McEachin proposed the funding for the Achievable Dream Academy in his district to assist as the program expands to the middle school level beginning this fall for 6th graders, and also to provide wraparound and other supportive services to the program's students and families. Spanberger proposed funding for the $14 million Detox and Recovery Center, which Henrico officials announced last year would be built along 9 Mile Road in eastern Henrico. The facility will be designed as a 24-hour inpatient, medically supervised detox and recovery center with an initial capacity of 12 to 16 beds. You can read more about this topic at henricocitizen.com by clicking on News and Government. First-time unemployment filings in Henrico during the most recent reporting week remained relatively stable for the 9th straight week, according to data from the Virginia Employment Commission. 123 people filed first-time claims during the week of July 18th through 24th. That number has remained between 117 and 162 each week during the past 9 weeks. Henrico is the 6th largest locality in the state. It had only the 12th most first-time filers during the most recent week. And about 1,121 people from the county who previously had filed initial claims were still filing continuing claims during the most recent week. That was a decrease of 45 from the previous week and ranked Henrico 8th overall in the state. Henrico officials are considering ways to make it easier to reward rehabilitation of commercial buildings in the county. The Board of Supervisors will consider changes to Henrico's commercial rehabilitation tax credit service. It comes following recommendations presented by the Henrico Economic Development Authority at the board's Tuesday work session. The tax credit is a program that's been used by 71 redevelopment projects since 2004. The Altria headquarters on West Broad Street saw its pre-renovation building assessment of $25.7 million, almost double in value to $49 million in its post-renovation assessment. Now, some possible changes to the service may include increasing the maximum allowable square footage to 125% of the original square footage for buildings greater than 20,000 square feet, and allowing credit to apply to a building if the final structure is no larger than 20,000 square feet, regardless of its initial size. Changes will be brought forward to the board as ordinances this fall. And supervisors also were introduced Tuesday night to the Henrico Investment Program, which could expand the county's revitalization efforts under the Virginia Enterprise Zone program. As part of a localized plan, the Enterprise Zone program provides benefits for businesses such as waiving permit fees, landscaping grants, off-site improvement grants, and design assistance in certain areas where rehabilitation is desirable. But the downside is it's limited by state regulations. Henrico's current zone spans about 3,800 acres, but it'll expire at the end of next year. A 5-year extension application is available, but the county could not reapply after 2027. The Henrico Investment Program could take the enterprise zone, which the county's had some success with, one step further, according to County Manager John Vitolkis. The HIP would be designed to provide incentives to property owners and businesses within and outside of the current enterprise zone to promote redevelopment along maturing corridors for commercial and industrial uses. Now, the Henrico EDA recommended 5 locations to start as a pilot program in January. They are Mechanicsville Turnpike from the city line to Henrico Plaza, Staples Mill Road from Parham Road to Dumbarton Avenue, Patterson Avenue from Starling Drive to the Goochland Line, West Broad Street from Hungry Spring Road to Pemberton Road, and Williamsburg Road from Laburnum Avenue to 9 Mile Road. County officials will ask the Board of Supervisors in the near future to approve $750,000 to launch the program. Well, there's a new airline at Richmond International Airport. Starting July 8th, Breeze Airways officially arrived. Its inaugural flight from Charleston, South Carolina, landed that day. A week later, the low-cost carrier began offering nonstop service from Richmond to New Orleans, and trips to and from Tampa took off July 22nd. RIC is one of 16 initial airports being served by the airline.
As we all strive to do our part during this extraordinary time, Henrico Area Mental Health serves as your local and public mental health agency, continuing to do its part. We all experience mental health challenges, especially during extreme challenging times.
It doesn't matter your age, gender, race, or ethnicity. Each person is affected differently. If you're a resident of Charles City, New Kent, or Henrico counties, and you, a family member or friend or someone you know, may need someone to talk to about the mental health challenges being experienced.
Do your part and call us at 804-727-8515. That's 804-727-8515. We're here to help. Remember, mental health is good health. Call Henrico Area Mental Health at 804-727-8515. That number again is 804-727-8515.
This message comes to you from Henrico County CSB Prevention Services.